Alright people, don't forget to subscribe and hit the bell notification. That way you'll know when I upload the next video and you'll be supporting my channel. Follow me on Twitter. Every time I upload a new video, I'll be tweeting. Ladies and gents, almost as you reaction, this is Synthetic Review Ultra Violence Edition trademark by the channel ssethtzeentach. Any violence committed by a machine, a glitch, an anomaly, a programming error, any violence committed by a man, perfectly natural. Yeah. So yeah, another Seth's video. I love Seth and I guess his video making technique. Seth has criminally underrated subscribers, which is just a million, right? Just a million. He should have 5, 6 by now. Yeah, it's a fucking incredible channel. Never come across anything that come close. His reviewing style is kind of strong, so I kind of I don't know how long this channel will survive, right? It's been surviving for years, but as next 10, 15 years, I don't know, because YouTube is just getting stronger and stronger, and Seth I guess words could be a problem. So yeah, but it's fucking awesome, every single one of them. I don't know what this game is about. I guess it's one of the latest games. Okay, but knowing Seth which games he reviews is gonna be awesome. So let's watch it. Remember, if you like my reaction, don't forget to like and subscribe. By subscribing, you'll be supporting my channel close to 10,000, and that way I'll know which type of videos to react to more. Check out the Rick Sunday. There's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check out the ink cards, and yeah, let's watch it.
Hey people, Seth here. Today I have a single question. Do you enjoy violence? Of course you do. It's a part of you. And who are you to deny your own nature? So come with me and let me show you some real ultra violence, and let's dehumanize ourselves together. Welcome to Synthetic. Synthetic is a tactical roguelike shooter. It's also one of the best damn games I've ever played. There's barely any story, reason, or words in this game. It doesn't need them, because Synthetic is a mute symphony, where the instruments are high caliber firearms, the music is gunfire, and the orchestra is a 10,000 strong legion of genocidal murder bots, who, unfortunately, are very sick, and the only cure is a bullet through the cranium. Synthetic is amazing, and I'm gonna cream over how much I love it. Unfortunately, before we can experience joy, we must experience mechanics. So let me tell you about guns. Gunplay. Pretty simple. You aim, shoot, and turn with a mouse. Moving and shooting at the same time is usually a fantastic idea if you plan on missing every shot and getting Swiss cheesed by the enemy. You need to stand still to stabilize your shots. If your bullets connect, they do damage. If your bullets connect with someone's synthetic cranium, they do considerably more damage. As each round leaves the chamber, your gun will begin to sound more and more hollow. So, like any reasonable human being with a basic grasp of first-person shooters, you press reload and accidentally eject your entire magazine. You get cornered, shot, and shot repeatedly. So, what happened there? Mechanics. You can't just reload in Synthetic. No, to reload, you have to manually eject your magazine, click in a new one, and continue shooting. This might seem awkward at first, but once you get into the rhythm, it really becomes second nature. Oh yeah, fun fact, each time you pull the trigger, you cause a localized explosion inside the gun barrel. And a much lesser known fact, explosions could be described as incredibly warm. Take too many shots too fast and you'll be holding the
yeah, guns are, such a automatic guns especially, such a fucking fascinating thing, because there are literal small explosions that are happening inside the gun, and then it quick fires one after another faster, like AK-47s and things. And the AK-47s and this kind of, I guess, Russian-made, weapons are apparently so cheap and simple, and yet they are so complex because of the whole mechanics. It's fucking surprising. And I like how in this game that you have to manually reload. That's, I guess, brings some, immersion feeling to it, because I hate it when you just press R and it just reloads, right? It should be more complex than that.
ballistic version of a rice cooker. Also, next time you pull the trigger, you might hear a click instead. That's not a good sound. It means your gun is jammed, and you better unjam it real fast.
That's the same thing in Stalker, right? If you're a brand new gun, it's not gonna jam. But even if your, I guess, durability lowers by 15-20%. Holy shit, it's gonna jam all the time. There's a gun in the Stalkers, not the AK-47, the other one, I forgot the name of that, which is like, I think it's an I don't know which is it, right? It's different, black one, which jams a fucking lot, but gun is good because there's 2 shot burst to it.
You plan to continue staying alive. There's absolutely no way to predict it, but you should consider and anticipate it before you rush headfirst into a crowd and slam the trigger, only to be greeted with a single click and deafening silence. Now that you understand gunplay, let me tell you about gameplay. First, you gotta pick a class. There's 8 of them, each with their own unique specialization. Riot Guard shoots methadone to numb his sensation of pain, walks through entire volleys of missiles, and kills hover tanks twice his size by slamming them full speed with a piece of plastic. He's a thick boy, but he's not ashamed of his weight problem. He's just bulking, and if anyone disagrees, they get stun locked forever. Breacher shoots methadone and shoots hot loads of lead inside his enemies. He's Riot Guard, except instead of survivability, he's got a low cooldown satchel charge that can be used to commit instant suicide because you accidentally right-clicked while facing a wall. Snipers are all about money. They get fat credits. If you pop a head, you get that gamer bread. And in a game that's all about money shots, he gets a fucking laser sight on his right click for pinpoint accuracy. Assassin can do this. Did you know enemies get a
Why is it that every time in any game there's just something, any character comes with a precision thing, right? Like the character is not that powerful on its own, like bulky tank type of thing, but it has some, if you're precise with it, like sniper type thing, if you're precise with it, you can deal massive damage, but if you miss, you're fucked. I don't know, characters like that are always, I guess, the one that, I guess, captures you. Like, fuck it, I want to play that. There's some charm to it. So every time a game has a sniper or assassin type of build, I always use that.
To sound sources and follow regular patrol patterns? Now you do. If you use this knowledge to lure in an entire clown car squad of enemies, you can also do this and refill your entire health bar. Assassins are also hilarious to play in multiplayer. Heavy firefight, overwhelming odds. Just go invisible. I'm sure the other player can deal with it just fine. Raider is the class you play when your friends ban you from playing Assassin. He doesn't have invisibility, but he does have a custom-made Japanese vibroblade from AliExpress, which refolds itself 1,000 times every millisecond, which also leaves quite a cut inside anyone unlucky enough to get in his way. The best feature of playing Raider is dog tags. Dog tags are objectively the most important measurement of your own ego. Collecting them is imperative to your survival, but more importantly, to your credibility as a gamer. Yes, it's true, I might have not helped in any team fights and just spent my time camping corners, but you know what else is true? I've collected significantly more dog tags than my partner over here. So who truly is to blame for our untimely demise? It certainly isn't me. Heavy Gunner is a slow-moving 3D printer on legs. If you enjoy cruising through levels at breakneck speeds that make mobility scooters, pensioners, and children born on landmines seem fast in comparison, then you'll love the Heavy Gunner. Conversely, Engineer is a class for the insane and the unhinged. It's also one of the most interesting. The very essence.
Hold up there.
In comparison, then you'll love the Heavy Gunner. Conversely.
Is that the levels that I guess Seth is every time he played the game? 2080, demos of 20, Engineer 400, which means he played the shit out of Engineer. And he's saying engineers are for insane.
Engineer is a class for the insane and the unhinged. It's also one of the most interesting. The very essence and strength of the Engineer is gambling. Roll the dice, take the chance, wager your entire life, double the credits, or go broke. Buy everything, throw it all away, only to get it back tenfold. Abandon reason and lose yourself in gambling. And if you can't take that risk, you'll never experience the complete ecstasy of playing Engineer, because your lows are the lowest, but at your highest, you become a self-propelled demigod of RNG. And finally, Demolisher is the only class with a dedicated button for team killing. After choosing the class that best defines your qualities as a human being, you still need to pick a loadout. This is your starting items and modules, all unique to your class. There's a lot to choose from to suit your strategy, provided you have one. If you don't, you don't have much of a life expectancy, but don't don't let that stop you. Hit that start button and you'll warp right into Kaida Corporation HQ.
So this game is not for the general public who plays game. General people who just plays game don't like lots of RPG element, right? We are basically whoever likes the RPG element of a game are anomalies, right? Likes to choose specialities, like to choose which weapons and equipment, spend first hour of a game just to prepare your character. That's not your average person wants, right? They just want to shoot and walk away. Like they don't want strategies, right? They just want, if I can shoot, I can kill a thing, that's it.
Q, world leader in the field of AI robotics. Coincidentally, those aforementioned robotics have gone a little rogue, and if you fail to stop them, they're about to go a little nuclear. So, if possible, try and stop Armageddon. No pressure. Your objective is simple. Kill everything. Once you're done with that, take the teleporter to the next floor, have a quick peek at the huge red flashing danger symbol that's covering your screen, and get wiped by the first boss in the game. Die, go back, and try again. The better you do, the bigger your body count. The bigger your body count, the higher your terror level. The higher your terror level, the more you've pissed off the Machine Legion, and the more seriously they start to take you. Their reflexes will get faster, the game gets faster, and the music screams louder to the intensity of your firefights. They'll no longer send grunts after you. They'll send elite kill squads juiced on stimulants to shred you instead. And with each floor, these only get more and more ridiculous. Here's a few of the many wonderful murder bots you'll encounter.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't play games like this, but I don't know why. Again, it could be the Seth, the way he's explaining could be the thing, but still, I see the charm in this, right? I mean, you spend time and time, you get better and better and more efficient, right? Then you become more, I guess, stronger in this. You fight faster, then again, enemies are coming that are much stronger. It's just like, heavy music playing, constantly shredding everything. It becomes fun eventually.
All of which are seething with a burning hatred for all natural life. In no particular order, these are ball busters, or as I've heard them referred to, why is this basketball accelerating towards me? And why am I dead 20 seconds after starting a level? Jihadi spider bots, more jihadi spider bots, jihadi spider bot mom bots, which give birth to more jihadi spider bots, alarm bots, which scurry away and start screaming the moment you commit a single microaggression, and if you don't shut them up fast, they'll send in child protective services, which really don't care about arbitrary concepts such as cover, walls, or running away. Heat-seeking missiles, a lot of heat-seeking missiles, pineapples, miniguns on legs, a fucking plane, lasers with motion tracking, and finally, this thing, not to be confused with that thing. You know an easy way to tell between them? One of them shoots fast enough to melt concrete, the other uses an orbital satellite to melt you instead. Good luck out there, you'll need it. You can't predict what the game will throw your way. Each
Seriously?
run is completely...
Oh my god, this would give you an aneurysm. The guy who, probably the people who created it is like, fuck it, just throw everything. Everything you think of, jet plane, let's just put that in.
randomized. And by this, I don't mean several crates have been reshuffled. I mean, I just dice rolled double or nothing with a gambling terminal. Won the bet, bought an ultra-class sniper rifle with the proceeds, only for the transaction to glitch and leave my credits untouched. Then I blew my own brains out with my own gun, because that Nemesis Ricochet is no joke. Among the chaos, there's a huge variety of guns. There's around 100 unique weapons in the game, which can be acquired in one of many different manufacturing variants. What does that mean? It means you won't find the same gun twice. For example, here's a brand anti-air.
That's the Borderlands approach, I guess. Borderlands is famous for that shit. All the prefixes are different every single time, right? So they were boasting how to, I guess, million or was it billion? I don't know how many guns the Borderlands 3 has. But yeah, it's just different prefixes.
Let's look at the variant. It's a Siege 5 manufacture. Full automatic, very powerful. And here's another brand anti-air I picked up in a later run. Notice anything different? That's right, Hyper Burst manufacture. Very devastating. On top of variants, there's damage types. On top of that, there's different types of ammunition, which you can switch between to suit the situation. But we don't have time to explain that shit. Here's some of my favorite weapons instead. This one's called a grenade launcher. It launches grenades grenades. You don't need these. Eject them immediately. Switch ammo type to rubber grenade. Because a true warrior does not kill his foes with explosions. He kills them with a raw concussive force of being hit by a huge fucking piece of rubber. This one is called the Chaos Launcher. And here's what happens when I click my left mouse button a single time. Also, you won't believe this. They actually put in the goddamn anti-material rifle from My Neighbor Totoro. Now, I don't watch much anime. I'm not a child predator, but listen to this and tell me you're not a little bit aroused right now. And if you don't like anime
Yeah, I like how he doesn't give a fuck that his audience might love anime. Fuck it.
weapons, here's a weapon for nihilists. V420 Sniper Dragon. Can you possibly guess the gimmick of this gun? Correct. 360 no scopes. It also synergizes amazingly well with the MLG air horn. Hey, I don't have to explain shit. This is a game for men. Anyway, check out my sick rocket calligraphy. It's a long lost and dangerous art form, but it's incredibly soothing in the hands of a trained professional. Items. There's more than 100 items. These come in two forms. Active, which have to be activated, and passive items, which pop off automatically. Most of these are amazing. Others are interesting. These range from common trinkets all the way up to exceptionally rare game changers. Pro tip, if whatever you just picked up is glowing red, it's probably insanely overpowered. It's also probably going to kill you. But hey, learning is fun, and learning demands suffering. You can find items and weaponry throughout your run. You can also buy them. No money? No problem. Just sacrifice your limbs to the machine god and he'll reward your good faith with unholy firepower.
What the hell?
Why stop there? Every weapon can be tuned up using attachments. Need more firepower? Convert your semi-automatic to full auto. Tired of only shredding one synthetic skull at a time? Add a hyper accelerator and turn entire crowds into liquid. Does the half second of reloading get in the way of your bloodbath? Install a wormhole inside your magazine today.
Oh my god, I love the whole element of that. Too many options, right? Whenever there's too many options, the prospect comes along that maybe certain specialized thing that you create, a weapon or with ammo and everything, is just specialized because you did that, right? Probably everybody else will do differently because there's so many options. The prospect of that is just fucking awesome, that something you did was unique.
Because why not? And if you find yourself doing a little too well on your own, don't worry, because there's always multiplayer. Synthetik has two-man co-op. Under ideal circumstances, this is the ultimate test of friendship and camaraderie.
Try and go stealth and just run.
I can't go stealth, it's on cooldown.
Of communication and effective team play.
Raising terror level.
Oh, in exchange for what?
Nothing.
No! Under realistic circumstances, this is where friendships die, where friendly fire gets committed every few seconds, and where the most commonly spoken phrase is,
This is exactly what I need right now.
Thanks,
Did I just
gamer.
hit you again?
No, I kind of slid into that.
multiplayer is amazing. I thoroughly recommend it. Final score. In Synthetik, every single run is complete madness, but that's the whole charm of it. No run is ever the same. You take and you use whatever the machine god gives you. You learn, you adapt, and you push forward as far as you can. And somewhere in the misty haze of adrenaline and spent shells, you reach that epiphany, that realization that you are never truly at the mercy of RNG. No, all this time, you are only at the mercy of your own skill. And that's when I realized I love this game. Eventually, however, I did get a little too competent for the base game. That's when you whip out madness mode and hyper adrenaline to give your heart a real workout. This game's amazing, and there's something wholesome and reassuring about the fact that your suffering can be shared with others. In a word, Synthetik is much like a woman. She's incredibly difficult. Originally, this game was just meant to be a bolt-action rifle simulator made by two young German boys named Friedrich Heinrich and Helmut Gottlieb, freshly graduated from Nuremberg University. Then, 3 years of solid work later, it spiraled into this. This game is truly a labor of love.
I love that. That story basically after 3 years later, like, what the fuck did we just make? Damn, this is not what we started with. but this is what we're staying with.
And it really shows. I give Synthetik a final terror level score of 325, which is about to become 350 once I push this button out of my rapidly depleting health bar. I have no regrets. You can grab yourself a copy on Steam or GOG for about 20 bucks, and based on my Ashkenazi arithmetic, that comes to about 28 cents per hour of entertainment. As always, more content to come, so stay tuned. A warm thanks to the many members of the Merchants Guild.
Merchants Guild. Alright, this game is fucking incredible for the simplistic reason, like, I bet people who play Last of Us 2, as soon as they played the game, like, what the fuck did we play? We are looking for great storyline, immersive playthrough, and this is what we come. Fuck it, let's just play Synthetik. Let's just kill some shit, right? Using any skill that we can use. This game is so simplistic that it has its own place, right? There are certain times in our, I guess, life that we don't need some complex storyline games, RPG games. Let's just shoot some shit, right? And just, you know, the game that has much skills and much tools to use while trying to blow up shit. This is that kind of game. It's awesome. Right, people, that was Synthetik review by the channel SYNTHETIK. If you like my reaction, don't forget to like, subscribe, check out the reaction, there's a link in the description. Check out the cards, check out the cards, and yeah, I'll see you next time.